Gentlemen, fighting out of Canberra, the ACT, the former Australian amateur champion. Please welcome Steve Lovett.
I started boxing when I was 13 through my grandfather. My grandfather set up a heavy bag in the backyard. I'd watch the videotapes and imitate all these greats that I was watching, like the Ali's, Fraser, all these old-time fighters that he'd introduced me to.
Trying to slug with Joe.
The seed had been planted and that's all I wanted to do. In Cowra, so my brother, we were both heavily into cricket. We love cricket, so we started, I think it was under 10s, would play cricket every weekend. Every Saturday we were playing cricket in summer, and then winter would come along and we'd be playing rugby league. But then once that seed had been planted from my grandfather, I just wanted the box. I got a scholarship at the AIS and won an Australian title. Went overseas for 3 months to Italy for a training camp. And being isolated in a different country, and just the main focus was just box, and that was all we did, was box and train, and that was it. I come back and I was in a bad headspace. I think it was being away and putting so much pressure on myself, and I felt like coaches putting pressure on the athletes, and it sort of really affected me. I come back and I wasn't sure if I wanted to box anymore. It was too much for me. The next big selection fights was go to the Commonwealth Games. First fight I had, I'd beat the guy previously before, beat him easy, and this time I lost. I lost in the first open round to represent Australia, and because I lost that, I thought, well, you know, I've always wanted to turn professional, and that's where it all begun. I thought, okay, I'm going to turn professional now, and I'm gonna try to make something of it.
I think he's going to get nailed with the right hand from Lovett before long. There it is.
A beauty from Stevie Lovett.
And we sought out the biggest names, the biggest coaches, and one was Freddie Roach, obviously the former coach of Manny Pacquiao. That next meeting was with Ronnie Shields and Danny Arnold. Ronnie's the boxing coach and Danny Arnold was the sports conditioning coach. Ron explained, you know, who they got. They got Brian Vera and Travis Lanning, Lara, Edwin Rodriguez, some of the biggest names at the time in the gym. And I thought, oh, that sounds good to me. That sounds what I need to do. I wasn't scared to get in the boxing ring, or I wasn't scared to get hit, but I was scared and afraid of what people thought of me if they didn't think I was good enough. My manager once said to me, Steve, you've never said out loud that you wanted to be a world champion. And I had never said to him that I wanted to be a world champion. That's what everyone aspires to, if you're in whatever sport they're playing or whatever they want to do. They aspire to be the top of their field. And I never said to him that I wanted to be a world champion, because I don't think I ever believed that I could. The harder I trained, I thought, oh, I'll be able to convince myself that I can do it. But so I'd train hard, like I lived it, but I just could never fully believe that I could do it.
Tough Love Lovett.
And I fought a younger guy, his name's Regan Deso, and you've experienced the best training in America. You can take on anyone. You know, this is Australia. I've been doing top level stuff in America. Like, I trained so hard, like extremely hard. I was in the best shape. I was training under Daniel Gill at the time, thinking, oh yeah, this is, you know, I'm going to prove everyone, you know, what I can do. And I went into that fight. I remember getting on the scales. The number wouldn't stay on the same number. You know why? Because my legs were shaking. I was so nervous, my legs were shaking. And I got into the first round, I was like, oh, I'm going to lose this fight. That's an odd thing to think of, why you're just about to compete with another fighter. And then Daniel said something to me in the corner. I was so zoned out, I didn't know what was going on. Everything was a blur to me, and next round he stopped me. He knocked me out.
Oh, Jack landed a huge right uppercut. I don't think he's getting up. No.
I'd wake up and I'd start thinking, and there's no way I was going to go to sleep, and I'm just tired and tense, and that's why. And then I started writing things down, and it sort of eased myself, eased my mind a bit, and relax a little bit, and I'd be able to go back to sleep. And this is why I started the book, because that's what helped me back in the day when difficult things were happening. And when I started the book was, again, difficult. It was another difficult time where I had a fight drop out, and I thought sponsorship dropped, and I thought I need to, and that's why I started, because that was what I'd known from writing stuff down to help me. It's somewhat of a closure and a therapy for myself to relax my mind and feel better about myself.
You feel like you've achieved that through the book?
Yes. I do feel like I have achieved that through the book. I feel like everyone has a purpose in life, and I thought my purpose was boxing, but maybe my purpose isn't boxing. Maybe my purpose is to help other people, help people understand what they're going through, and to be happy. Because again, I isolated myself for a long time, and I isolated myself from happiness. So I feel like it's something that maybe I can help other people with, and to help people get through it, or to have a more rounded life, and to still enjoy life, have that focus, that goal, but still enjoy other things in life.